I think Bump's mission, beyond making Calgary a more vibrant, connected, artistic city, that's the baseline. But I think Bump's mission is actually to change the noise of our city. My name is Priya Ramesh. I am the creative director of Bump Festival. We are a public arts festival, an urban arts festival, if you will, but really we're an urban art movement that is disguised as a mural festival that runs for 2 weeks every summer in Calgary. Bump was actually founded by Peter Schreiber and Peter Oliver, an urban planner and an engineer. They went, what if we start slowly changing the way the city looks? So it begins as kind of a DIY neighborhood festival. Bump stands for the Beltline Urban Mural Project. We're on the Beltline right now. So it begins with, let's start putting art on walls, and then it kind of explodes into an urban art movement. We are known for being an artist-first festival. We have a lot of artists coming in here who are major artists from around the world. So we don't want to be like, hey, paint flowers and a mountain on the side of this building. But I think what makes us really unique is one side is murals and the other side is placemaking, events and activations. While these muralists are in Calgary painting, we are also activating the city through raves, through a graffiti jam, through an urban art conference.
And equally important is understanding what makes public art a public good.
All of which is accessible, free public programming. Every year we have a new jury. In 2025, 1,000 people, artists from around the world have applied to Bump. We need a jury who's able to assess each application, understands art, but can also catch applications that are falling in different gaps. Juries made up of artists, curators, community leaders, programmers, folks who know art but also know the city, and people from different communities, so that we have a jury that can speak towards different communities, advocate for certain artists, and we trickle it down until we find our 10 muralists. Typically, the jury creates a long list of about 40 artists. Then we pair them up with buildings. Here's 5 artists that we think would make sense for your wall, where your building's located, the texture of your building, the length of your building. You don't want to put an artist who's never painted a mural on a behemoth wall that's 15,000 square feet. Then the buildings rank the artists that we've sent them to be like, these ones will work for us, and you have our 10 muralists.
Well, I'm actually very thankful for Bump because it's, for me, it was a personal goal to be working with them.
Our number right now is at about 152 murals across Calgary. If you've been around Calgary, it's very interesting, the architecture here. It's a mix of brutalist and strange architecture that has come and stayed with us from the 80s and beyond. And then now we have a lot of new types of buildings going up too. Everything about this city and its design for a very long time has been, oil and gas energy. And we are providing an alternative to that. When you create so much public art, you are creating a lot of non-permissive structures. It puts into the public place this idea that there can be structures around you that don't have a transactional, commercial purpose. It also suggests art can belong to everyone. When Bump began, the public was a bit confused, like public art, why would I want that? Why would I want a mural on my wall? If you're gonna paint a mural on my wall, it has to be cowboy boots, it has to be a mountain. Now, 9 years later, we are actually really quickly becoming a major public art city. 2 years ago, we programmed the tallest mural in the world in Calgary by an artist in Berlin named Dime. We don't want the murals to just be downtown. We've moved outward. It's in different neighborhoods now, but ideally it could be more and more and more further out from the downtown and the Beltline, but tons of people want murals right now. People want public art. They understand that when you put public art on your building, it becomes a place that people want to gather. People become really civically engaged. People start caring about the outside more. So now people want murals. They want their business to become a landmark spot. They understand the value of it. We also have a roadworks program, which is a smaller public art installation series. If you're driving around Calgary, you might see concrete jersey barriers around different patios. That is a program that BUMP also facilitates. So this year we had 26 roadworks artists, all local. Over 400 public art installations if you count roadworks and some of the other projects we've done. We have a few mural festivals. The big ones that Canada is known for is Mural, Vancouver Mural Festival. BUMP is now one of the big ones too. I would say we're probably the biggest public art mural festival in Western Canada right now. We're also a festival that is not actually under the city. So we're not city funded. We're not government funded. So in a way, we get to go rogue. We get to program art like this, which is interesting. As festival directors, we are setting themes early, and the themes are a little bit more abstract. They're not like, hey, we want artists who are painting nature. So last year, BUMP Festival's theme was the electric and the intentional. The year before was play. This year, the theme is, what if BUMP Festival was a place that we were building and creating together? I think the noise we're bringing to Calgary is changing it, actually. Everything we do, everything we program is a conversation we're trying to have with the public. Let's think about the city in a more civically engaged way, and I think that's a really big part of BUMP. I've seen entire projects flip the conversation in a neighborhood, change how people think about where they live. So right now, the appetite for public art in Calgary is really strong, and I think we've had so much to do with it.